I'm doing laundry today, so when I get up and stretch my legs, it also involves switching out loads and all that stuff, so we're back now. Let's go.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Don't care. Let's go. Roseway. Dude wanted me to go back to Roseway, so we're gonna go there first.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
That's so gross. Maybe stuff doesn't respawn?
Delays in loading due to commerce obstruction. Like we're doing this. Everyone all right?
These things here do not like fire. Suffering too many corrosive burns has made you weak against corrosive damage, but it awards me a perk point. Sure. Why not? I don't think I checked this area out at all last time. I'm not expecting a lot, if anything, here, but... we don't check, we don't know. Dad, I'm writing this on the odds that you found your way back here. I'm sorry I wasn't here to see you. They're moving us out of town. All of us. I don't know where we're going. Hoping that wherever it is, they've got a lab as nice as Roseway's. We were doing some good work. Real science for once. I don't know why they're moving us. I don't know when we'll see each other again. And Dad, do me a favor and burn this journal. I'm not allowed to even mention the name Roseway. As far as corporate's concerned, this town never existed. I don't want to get in trouble. Employee,
you have been fined an additional 200 bits for commerce obstruction. Please collect your ticket.
cool.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
I don't remember if I actually even looked in... Yeah, because here's another lock thing. My lockpicking is so high, I almost don't even need the lockpicks anymore.
Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are free of bristle.
Found snakeskin, apparently. Messages from admin. Dear Sir and or Madam, effective immediately, all operations in the Roseway Laboratory and Outposts have been terminated. Auntie Cleo values your commitment to serving our company and will arrange for your transportation and relocation to one of 3 available Auntie Cleo worker facilities with the following restrictions. Relocation fees will be deducted from pay. If your pay is insufficient to cover necessary relocation fees, you may apply for a relocation fee loan. Approval of loan requires an audit of your work history and permanent record. If you would like to apply for an audit, please submit a request form for a place in our surprise audit wait list. Please include your audit fee paid in full. If you cannot pay for your audit, please apply for an audit fee loan. Approval of loans requires an audit of your work history and permanent record. Oh god. Thank you for cooperating with Auntie Cleo's relocation and site erasure protocol. Please remember that, effective immediately, all registered Auntie Cleo workers are strictly forbidden from confirming or denying the existence of the Roseway Laboratory and Outpost. Violating this directive may be punishable by a fine, mandatory re-education, or a surprise audit. All personal files have been purged from terminal memory. Please be informed that all data and information stored in Roseway Laboratory and Outpost terminals are property of Auntie Cleo.
Employee, you have been fined an additional 200 bits for commerce obstruction. Please collect your ticket.
I'm trying to remember where this dude was. There he is.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that.
What did you mean by an item of great value?
Aha. I knew that it'd entice you to return to our dangerously unprofitable township. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated.
I don't understand why you're giving this to me.
The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to put it to good use. So what is that weapon then? Ooh! Does corrosion damage. Alright, back we go then to the ship.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
Okay. So yeah, so I have to go to Stellar Bay then.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Also, I had a landing pass, so I might need this guy. I was gonna sit. Whoops. Okay, there it is. I was like, what? Lever for this elevator.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Okay. Well, that is my ship.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
Takes more than a few gunships to
More
scare
folk
me.
to say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used.
Eh?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain Kitty.
There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the
Okay.
rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is it really that
We
isolated?
don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are Sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Come and have a look around.
Mr. Sandra will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
That depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next Sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah,
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
Talk to named
And the little
people.
bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Keep listening.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
All right. Who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Whoa! Yeah?
Shut the Fair point. I deserve it, though. On account of being the best.
You say so. Well, I'm kidding. Are you always drunk?
If you think this is drunk, I gotta... you need to get out more. Sit. Partake. Buy me a drink and let's chat.
I'm told you can get me to an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
What you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
I mean, caffeinoid? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
You won't find a better deal in Halcyon than our special one-time offer for a refurbished sanitation unit. Remember, if it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
What in the...
I'm still feeling like
Big
weird.
talks?
Of course it does anyway. I'll consider your request. Yes, we got another level. And probably start doing this individually now too. Because I'm not as interested in the sneak skill. There we go. And then I just gotta get engineering up. Okay, and then a perk. What do we want? Like, I feel like the perks aren't even that great. It's kind of... Guess I'll take this. And then Sam. Oh, cool. Nice. And there's a lot of quests in here, so...
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
Greetings, and
Okay.
welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Grim asked me to ask you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help
Hang on.
him, Velma's the
Oh, I
one
gotta
to ask.
readjust my
She's in the
pants.
warehouse.
My feet are cold.
But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Earlier, I overheard you say you were having money trouble.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Why? Do you normally blow all your money on Raptidon parts?
No. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Why?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him out.
I couldn't. What if he
I
says no?
really don't care.
Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask.
Oh boy.
Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Okay.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid
Should maybe if
toenail?
I use the blanket.
You look
That'll
like a
help.
woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Why? Why would I want any of that?
I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Oh god. Mr. Pickett?
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Mantiqueens, especially.
Why was he interested in Mantiqueens?
Who wouldn't be?
People who value self-preservation.
Now that just sounds like a fancy way to say Boring people.
Have you seen a Mantiqueen?
Sure, they're real big. Hard to miss them.
Where?
Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Really? Dude.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
Sure.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mantiqueen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there too.
Okay, let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Would you consider going on a date with her?
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
No, she's not gonna ask for a discount.
Okay.
She's gonna stop buying from you entirely, dude.
Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
Well. Okay. Then we go back and talk to her again.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
He said he'll go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on.
The later. Look, you've got your chance. Have fun and don't overthink it.
Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair. Or maybe I should go with a casual look? Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Okay. Now we will go there. We're just gonna do like a loop.
Help! Someone's been killed!
Good day to you.
Where?
You'll have to show me how to do that.
Where's the guy that got killed? That sounds fun. Oh, this guy probably.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Pull yourself together and tell me what happened.
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is.
Okay,
Now,
lower
if
one
you'll
on the
excuse
right.
me,
Got it.
I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
That's where we'll go.
What a gruesome way to die.
Body bag dispenser empty. Please replace Sacriel before disposing of any corpses.
This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from Left Field Tossball Betting. Several ragged outfits, all of the same cut and color, were stuffed into the suitcase. Guess that's gonna be over this way.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like. Hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Oh, man.
What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young lady you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
Actually, the pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Oh, that's just awful.
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail? Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us.
Oh, man.
Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to
I don't know you at all, lady.
If so, I would love to know where. Sublight supplies don't come cheap. Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you. But there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
Thought you were in charge. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman.
I just want the money.
I'm just here to be a pretty face
or
for
the experience.
customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his. Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually. Chin up, dearie.
Okay. Okay, according to Abigail, Dr. Williams managed allotments from a terminal upstairs. It sounds like Abigail stores medications in a locked supply room upstairs. Employee login. Login with Williams. Patient records. Nyoka. Liver damage, likely the result of prolonged alcoholism. Attitude problems, likely the result of prolonged alcoholism. Frequent social withdrawal, likely the result of prolonged alcoholism. Allotment increased too high. Warning, excessive caffeinoid consumption may lead to side effects. Notes from experiments is conducted. I hypothesized that this combination might awaken my mind and senses to greater realities around us. If that is true, then it seems my faculties were quite overwhelmed in this instance. Shortly after the dosage, I experienced cold sweats, tremors, and mild paranoia. It is perhaps due to these latter effects that most of my notes from the episode are of little use. Nevertheless, the effects were most invigorating. Bushberry and Dibilirol. After my previous experiments, I theorized that deadening the external senses might allow the mind's eye to glimpse the eternal. Alas, I was only partially successful. The combination of substances quickly rendered me both blind and feeble, so much so that I soon fell into a stupor. I awoke some hours later in a pile of my own sick, and a most curious craving for Tillerinos. Okay, so she's writing a novel.
Hello
Okay.
again, dearie. What can I get you?
I'm picking up caffeinoid for Nyoka Remnarum Wentworth III.
Now that can't be. Ms. Ramnareem Wentworth has already exceeded the month's... Oh. Dear me. She does have another dose in her allotment. How did I miss this?
Don't worry about it. I'm sure you've been busy.
My, but you are a doll. Here's Nyoka's caffeinoid, and if I know her, she's probably ready for it by now. Do take care of yourself, dearie.
All right. Okay, let's go to... other side.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest Tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial Age Mammoths.
Not here to chat about teams.
That's a shame. Tossball's just about the only good news we get around here. When our frequency's not too clogged up anyway.
I am going to grab
So,
a
what
pillow
can I do
for my
for
back,
you?
I think. Hang on. Really quick. Alright, Sharky, let's go. Oops. Oh, there we go. That's better. I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment.
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
Do you know who did it? I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go.
Okay, what did he get stuck on?
Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
Ah, I mean, I figured. Who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
All right, thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Okay. So then behind me, it looks like there's a couple of things. Maybe not. I mean, this place looks important, but I don't see anything here. It's the building attached to this, though. How do we get inside there? We're on the front?
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Hey, Velma, I got
Alright, guys, hold tight, though. I gotta run to the bathroom. I will be right back.